Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is Emergence of Independent States, chapter 16. It is associated with the new states which was emerged after the end of Mughal Empire, in which the Sikhs, the Rajputs, the Awadh area, Marathas, Hyderabad, Mysore and Bengal, they were the specific one who rose and who declared themselves as an independent state from the Mughal Empire. Although in which the Sikhs, Rajputs and Marathas they were totally against after the intolerance policy of Aurangzeb, and Bengal, Hyderabad and Awadh. Although they were also making their own small territories, but on the other hand, one side they were declared themselves independent states, but on the other hand they were supporting the Mughal Empire or their rulers also, those who were left after the Aurangzeb. All right, and they were not openly declared their independence, but Marathas, Rajputs and Sikhs, they openly declared that we will not work under the Mughal Empire. But although one side Bengal, Hyderabad and Awadh they were supporting, and on the other hand they were slowly and steadily declaring themselves an independent region. So here we have the chapter. The Mughal Empire had knitted the whole country into one single unit. That means it was a single empire in India. No other different territories were there, not other different ruler were there. Only one single unit was there, and whole India was under the control of Mughals. The death of the Emperor Aurangzeb led to a steady decline of the Mughal Empire. Yes, it was just because his wrong policies towards the other communities. Gradually, it lost its glory, and the empire became limited to only a few square kilometers around Delhi, and along other areas, they were quite controlled by different rulers, and some were declared themselves as independent regions. In 1803, the British army occupied Delhi, and the Mughal emperor became the mere pensioners now, because they were not having the right to collect the taxes and revenues from different areas. The wars of succession had become tradition among the Mughals. This deteriorated the political This deteriorated the political and financial conditions of the empire. Many local and regional forces started emerging in India slowly and steadily after the end of Mughal Empire. In the 18th century, a large number of independent and semi-independent powers came to the front, like Bengal, Awadh, Hyderabad, Mysore, and Maratha kingdoms, as we have discussed in map also. The British had to overcome these powers to establish their empire in India, and slowly and steadily now the Britishers also take advantage of these situations, and they were also want to control over the specific areas of India. Some of these states had come into existence because of the breaking away of the governors of the provinces from the Mughal Empire. Just because of Aurangzeb's wrong policies, it was totally removed from, we can say that in history, that Mughal Empire, sometime it can be a big empire in India or big empire of India. Some other states came into power because of the revolts of local chiefs and zamindars, but unfortunately they were not able to improve the economic condition of their states. They also want to uh, raise their standard of living of the specific areas, but their political as well as financial conditions were not that much strong, which was creating problem for them. The first uh, independent territory was Bengal. Here, the Murshid Quli Khan took advantage of the weak central authorities of the Mughal emperors and Bengal, where he had been appointed as a Subedar and then the Diwan. He became the governor of province of Bengal, and he actually wanted to control over this area and making him a powerful region among the others. Bengal only in 1717 CE and established internal and external peace there. He organized a revenue system and gave loans to the poor cultivators as well. And he granted equal opportunities to Hindus and Muslims. Otherwise, what happened? Aurangzeb was not giving the rights to other people, but here the Murshid Quli Khan, he started providing facilities to different communities also, like Hindus and Muslims. He also following the policy of religious tolerance. After the death of Murshid Quli Khan, Shujauddin and Alivardi Khan became the Nawab of Bengal subsequently, and they were also in favor of all those things. Even they were also want to upgrade the standard of Bengal, and they were providing trade facilities, and they were ready to trade with other areas or other countries, so that the financial situation of that specific area can be rose. All three Nawabs of Bengal realized the importance of trade and thus provided all facilities to the local and foreign merchants or traders, so that they can come to India or Bengal, and they can do a proper trade which will increase the standard of particular area. So for that they built roads, they provide infrastructure facilities, sorry, they provide infrastructure facilities so that no problem will be occur during the trade. So for that they built roads, thanas, etc., and they even forced the official to the East India Company to obey the laws of the land and pay the same custom duties as was paid by local merchants. For others also they have to pay, and those other religious people, those who are coming from different countries, they also have to pay some taxes to increase the trade pattern. Do you know the Nawabs of Bengal were short sighted? Yes, it was, and failed to see the increasing threat of East India Company. East India Company, the Britishers, slowly and steadily they just entered in India for the purpose of trade, and but they were not knowing, the Indians were not knowing that actually what motive they have and why they are coming to India. And later on, what happened? They were ignorant of the destruction caused by Western trading companies in African parts of Asia and South America. And same policies they just formulated in India also. Slowly and steadily they entered in India, and later and sooner and later they just totally the rulers of India. So it was the beginning of Britishers by which they just entered in India, and Bengal was the first area from where they have started trade, and for the longer period of time they were staying there, and they made their capital also. They came to India in 17th century, all right, and ruled up to Bengal was the capital up to 1911. 1911 it was shifted to Delhi. So this was all about, and rest we will discuss in live class also. Thank you.